much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
This defense for the Broncos, they were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on: catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked by Jeff Gladney.
Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions. Can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
Fields throw complete there to Bateman.
And all the way home for touchdown, and the Broncos have taken the early lead. Matt Gay on for the extra point. And he's got it. 7-0 Broncos.
After the touchdown, Sloman to do the kickoff honors. Here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Kamara gets it again on 2nd down.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Kamara's got the first down and then some. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds.
46 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times.
So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. And Brady's throw there, incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
2nd and 10.
Now Brady. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Into the red zone, it's Brady. That catch good for only a couple.
It could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
2nd down, and it's Kamara again.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. Throwing now is Brady.
A high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it, and this one winds up no good.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Here's Fields. Throw right side here, taken in by Bateman. 7 yards, the pickup there.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. On 1st and 10, here's Fields. Right back to Pitts again. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 41. Now the former Terrapin, this is Ty Johnson. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Here's a quick throw caught by Smith. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. That's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage. Good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no...
And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And the Raiders are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. After 7-0 on EA Sports. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
On second down, Kamara. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative. But you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and set them down.
Now Brady. This is caught by Antonio Brown. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So that last play gives them a little more space now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line. Brady's throw complete here to his receiver Brown. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. Just they move, and they know it affects the defense because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
Able to come up and make the tackle.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Brady going to throw. Trying to set up the screen, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Gay is on for the point after. And it's good to make it 14-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early? And the Broncos get there and take him down. Montez Sweat in there to bury him for a loss of 11. 2nd and 21, a lot of ground to cover. Another try after the first down sack. Brady.
He'll get this one underneath to Kamara.
And he's able to get up here to the 26.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
The Raiders on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Here's Kamara out of the pistol. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down.
55 rushing yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Two minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. A 10th carry for Kamara. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Brady. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They were starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And he will have a first down here as they get into field goal range, down just shy of the 20.
Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Again, they'll throw with Brady. Forced out to his left. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now Brady. He's got it complete to Aguilar. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. Alvin Kamara with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Raiders are on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Returning from his end zone is Ty Johnson. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Steven Nelson. 2nd interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question, because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates are going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. And now they're not going to get the kickoff in time. And that will make this a more difficult prospect. And that'll set them back 5. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Following the penalty, it's Kamara. And he's going to be taken down here, as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we're at halftime here in Denver with the Broncos leading this one. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. A very interesting call, and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators, they sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
Johnson with a burst, a first down and more. And he's got it all the way down to the 12-yard line. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Johnson. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Tackled by Darrell Taylor.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
On 2nd down, Johnson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. Flushed out right. And a nice job there
defensively to contain him and get him to the ground a few yards short of the first down marker. 5 yards that time out of the scramble, but now they're looking at a fourth down situation. A field goal try forthcoming now for the Broncos. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Gay's kick is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7.
So the lead grows here incrementally, but I think the way their defense is playing, you feel okay with just getting 3.
They've definitely been stout so far, but now that can all change because if one guy gets loose for 70 yards, this is a different game. But as it stands, field goals are good. Just keep adding to that lead.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive 1st and 10. Eluding the pressure right. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. To throw, it's Brady. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
From midfield, here's Brady. He completes it to Boyd. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Working from the gun, it's Brady. He gets this one to Boyd. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
A running play on 1st down, and it turns into a fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Brady now to throw. And Brady going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 14. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
You're looking there at a defensive back who's maybe a step slower than he was when he came into the league a decade ago. I know I questioned his speed coming into the game, but what he's lost in speed, he's more than made up for it with intellect. And that's a great job of knowing how to position himself to make that interception.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. Brought down around the 16 or 17. Showed some tough running, but couldn't free much space. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Here's Fields.
Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way home for a Broncos score.
Rashad Bateman, 84 yards. And the Broncos are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good.
And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
After the touchdown, Sloman to do the kickoff honors. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Meanwhile, Brady's throw here taken in by Gesicki. And he'll be stopped right at midfield.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size?
And this is going to be intercepted.
Snags it for the pick. And the Broncos the football at their own 20-yard line.
A lone second remains now in this third quarter.
Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's second down now.
Again from the 20 after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10.
Now it's Fields. Out to the flat here for Johnson.
And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
Third and 2, Fields.
Flush to his right. Here's Johnson with a reception. And they'll get this